Hi everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at how to do a calculator with graphical user interface in Python. So in my previous video I did a calculator app, but it was just like using command prompt. So in this I'm using like Tkinter to try and add like a graphical user interface. So we shall have buttons, then it will also still like carry out the basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, division. But the functionalities or the functions we are going to have are like a button, like when we click a button, then clearing after we have done the calculations, then an equal button to carry out like the calculation. We first import all from Tkinter. Then after doing that, Tkinter comes with Python, like it's already there in Python, so you don't have to install it. Then after we our window container, so that's window, then we do this tk to create our window. Then the geometry function helps us to set the width and the height. So this is our width and height. Then if you don't want your window to be resizable, you use resizable and put in 0, 0. Then we can add our title, our calculator title. The functionalities, we have an expression. So this expression will be our global variable that will hold our expression, like the things we are calculating. Then input text, that will be like the text we are inputting. So string var is a class in Tkinter that helps edit our widget text. So it helps to check the sets of our text. So this will be like our text. Then like our functions, the first one is like click buttons, so it gets the global expression, which is that. Then it appends or concatenates the operation we have pressed. Like for example, if I press a 1, it will like add a 1 to the expression we already have, or if I click a plus or minus, it will do that. Then we have our clear, so this sets our input text to an empty string. Then we do have like equals, so this helps us to do the calculations if we click on equals. So equals basically, so in here we are going to use the eval. So eval is a function that helps us to like do the calculation. So it evaluates something to what's supposed to be. So if we have like 1 plus 2 plus 3 and all that, it evaluates that expression and carries out the operation. Then we make it a string because we want our input text to have a string. Then after we set the expression to an empty string. So after like implementing the functions, let us look at how we are going to work or implement the actual app. So this is our application. We like to implement it, we need like few widgets. So first, we have already talked about like the actual window, which was here, which we declared here. So here we are going to have like 2 frames. So what frames are? A frame is like basically a container or a widget. So it's a widget that helps us to organize other widgets. So we shall have 2 of them. One is this, the one that will hold our text or the expression. Then the other will be the one that is holding our buttons. So here we started with the input frame, which takes in the parent window, which is our window, and this will have like the width, height. You can set it to any you feel like, and it has other parameters like background color, highlight, background color. So if you're using like a MacBook, sometimes with Tkinter you might have a problem with trying to set colors, so you might need to use highlight background color for you to see the colors. Yeah, so after that we use the pack function. So pack function organizes things in blocks in the parent widget. So we have our parent widget, which is the windows. So this will be like organized at the top. If you want maybe this to be at the bottom, you can also change it to bottom, but I want it to be up because it's a calculator. Then after that we will get our input field. So I'm still on the input field. We are going to have our entries. So entry helps us, is a function that helps us to get, single line text from a user. So it's a string, so that's why we have it. So it also takes in the parent window, which is its parent is the input frame. Then it has like the font, then the text variable. We have our input text. So the input text is the one that will be here. Like if I try to press, yeah, that's what will come here. So yeah, we have like other things like grid. So the grid just also helps you organize widgets in a table-like structure. So our input field is also being like organized in a table-like structure, and it will be in one row and one column. Then we create our second frame, which is also like part of the, which is a child of the windows. So it also have the same like width as the parent. Then the height you can set any, it has a background color. I just set any color, but you can put any. Then we pack. So this has like a default, but you can put what you want. We just left it empty. Then I have another widget, which is the button widget. It's the one that's creating the buttons we are pressing. So we have like different buttons set in rows. So we have like our first row. We have our first row having clear, then this open bracket, then close, then division. So to create a row, this is how we do it. So we have like a button, then button, it takes on like the parent widget. So in this case it's the button frame, the frame we created. So the buttons are going to be organized in there. Then it takes in the text, then foreground color, the color we want our text to have, then the font, then the width, height, highlight, background color. If you're using a MacBook, yeah, you might have issues, so that's why I use this. But if you're using Windows, you can just use like background color and you get the same results. Then the cursor type, then the commands. So here commands, since this first it's a clear button, that's why we are calling the clear function. But the next one is division. So we have division. So if it's division, then we use click button and we input the operation we are doing. Then we use our grid. So grid takes in like things like the row. So that's like how the row in which the widget will be organized in the parent widget. So the button widget clear will be in the first row and it will be in the first column. So programming counting starts at 0, so yeah, it will be in the first row and the first column. Then this is like the padding we have on the X and padding we have on the y-axis. So yeah, then for our division, it also has like a grid. It will be in the first row, then the third column, then padding. This is all the same. So yeah, this is like basically all of it. The rest are like just repeating rows and changing. When it comes to the grid, you come and change, like row 1, you change the column you want it to be at, you change maybe the padding, but the padding is still the same. Then like command, you change the lambda function you want. Is it like click 7, click 8, and all that. For it to keep running, we do window.main loop, which keeps the loop running until we close. Yeah, so that's it. We have our calculator app where we can do these different operations: clear, multiplication, clear. You can make it as like big as you want. You can change the colors and do all the different things you want. Yeah, I'll leave the link to this code in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye.